Hey, I have an idea. I'm going to tell you right now whether it's a good time or not. This bugs my teachers and my friends. Often I forget to do my homework. Other times I remember to do it, but then leave it at home. When I'm at home and my mom or dad asks me to do something, I often forget. Even if it's something easy like pick up your shoes and put them away. I'll start to do it, but then somehow it doesn't get done. I know this isn't my fault. They know it isn't my fault. It's my ADHD's fault.
To another Live with Dr. Dawn. I am your host, Dr. Dawn Camila Brown, double board certified child, adolescent, and adult psychiatrist, two-time best-selling author, producer, podcaster, media influencer. I'm the sole practitioner of ADHD Wellness Center in Houston, Texas, with 6 licenses in 6 states. And soon I'll be launching my third company, Mental Healthletics, for elite athletes. Listen, I welcome back my faithful followers, and I'm excited to meet those of you who have tuned in for the first time to a Live with Dr. Dawn show. Let me know that you are in the virtual space tonight by acknowledging your presence. Go ahead and type your name and where you're from in the comment section, and like and share tonight's broadcast to your social media page. You tune in to the first of many broadcasts because tonight and in upcoming weeks, I am excited to highlight celebrity alumni from my alma mater, Xavier University of Louisiana. And I had to start this special series off with one of the most brilliant persons I know, Dr. Draion Burch. And as I prepared for tonight's broadcast, I thought about how I could properly introduce my friend, my business coach, and the medical mogul of our time. Well, to do due diligence, here are 10 facts to know about America's favorite OBGYN. He's a board-certified obstetrician and gynecologist and licensed in 25 states. He's an 8-time best-selling author, an international speaker, and a media expert on women's health. He's been featured in over 500 media outlets. He's a brand ambassador to Fortune 500 companies. He's a medical consultant for TV shows like NBC's The Blacklist. He's recognized as a top healthcare blogger to watch. He's an award-winning business coach for physicians, Forbes Business, and the founder of Medical Moguls Incorporated. He's a celebrity OBGYN to the stars and founder of Amari Concierge, And recently, he's become the first physician in the United States to launch an FDA-approved personal lubricant and condom line called Momentum. My virtual audience, come on, show your love by presenting or pressing that heart button for the one, the only, Dr. Draion Burch.
Hello.
Hey, Dr. Dre, hello.
It's so great to be here. Thank you for having me, Dr. Darn.
You are
Awesome.
Listen, no, it is an honor for you to just basically make your presence known in the virtual space tonight. So thank you so much for being the first of many, what I call my celebrity list of Xavier University. So thank you so much for your presence.
Awesome. I bought you a present.
You did. Woo! Thank you, Dr. Dre. I love it. Thank you so much. You know, it's so interesting, Dr. Dre, that the topic that we're going to discuss tonight is considered taboo. You know, it's like a hush-hush topic, but it's biblical. It's a part of life. I mean, we're to create, excuse me. And I don't understand why it's such a difficult topic to discuss. And so I am so happy that we're getting to the nitty-gritty of things, and we're really going to be talking about some things tonight, right?
Oh, of course. Let me put on my glasses for
yes.
The TFs.
I love you, Dr. Dre. I love you. And before we get into the details of tonight's conversation, you know, as you well know, I love to know a little bit background of who my special guests are. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you grew up?
Oh, where I grew up. So I grew up in southern Mississippi. I'm a beach boy. So I grew up going to the beach every single day. That's why I love having fun. So I would tell you this. I grew up horseback riding, cow tipping, in pickup trucks. It's different from the made to order life that I have now. But I grew up in a humble upbringing. Yeah.
Yes. Wow. So what brought you from that lifestyle? And let me ask you this. Why Xavier University of Louisiana?
To be honest with you, when I graduated from high school, I went to a predominantly white school, Caucasian school. And I remember they did not want a black male to speak at graduation. So I graduated valedictorian. They didn't want me to do my graduation speech. And I got accepted to all these predominantly white institutions. And a couple HBCUs I applied to, I was like, I'm going to a black school. That experience, I said, I cannot be around people that did not want me to be successful.
Amen. I know that's right. And it's interesting because I have a shared experience like yourself. I mean, I think it was 11 or 12 of us in the 400 class. And so it was 12 of us blacks that graduated. And I had to follow my parents' footsteps because they met at Dillard University. And so it's a distant. Yes, Blue Devils. Yes. So,
we call that the plantation.
Yeah, I know. It is on the plantation. I mean, it's part of the history.
It is.
You're right.
It is.
And but choosing Xavier, I would. I mean, if I had a chance to do it all over again, I would do it all over again. I would never regret going to Xavier, and that's where I met you, Dr. Dre. That's where we met on Xavier University's campus. Yes,
I remember you. I think when you pledged. I went to your probate show, and you were like doing your thing. I said, "Oh, look at what you've done!"
And shout out to all my sorors of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated out there, Gamma Alpha chapter. Love you, sorors. And I remember when you came out too.
Oh my God, yes. So, I'm so old now in the new plan. I'm old.
No. We never get old.
Senior. Like when the little bros ask me for advice, I'm like, whoa, I'm getting old.
It's wise. It's wisdom. It's wisdom. That's what it is. We never get old, and in the burning sands. It's also about wisdom. Yes. And so that leads me to graduating from Xavier, and then I believe you were in Pennsylvania. Is that where you attended medical school?
Medical school at Ohio University.
Ohio, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Michigan State for residency in obstetrics and gynecology.
That's right.
Chief resident twice.
That's where the mogul started.
Chief resident twice.
Yes.
Twice. Third year and fourth year. And then my first job was in Pittsburgh at a baby pack. It was a hospital where they delivered tons of babies, 28 babies a day.
Wow.
I know. I remember delivering 18 babies in 24 hours. And I was like, what is going on up here?
Mm-hmm. When that happened, I mean, did you think that this would be the job, the career for you, that you could actually see yourself doing this every day?
You know what? I wanted to be a cardiologist. I have all this research. So doctors, you can Google me on PubMed. You'll see all my publications. So I was going to do cardiology, but I delivered a baby on an OBGYN rotation, my last rotation of my third year, and I cried. And my attending was like, uh-oh, we have a baby catcher here. And I was like, this is what it was meant for me to do.
Yeah.
Bring life into the world.
Yeah. And so what led you from being the baby catcher? What's your story behind becoming the medical mogul of our time?
So it really was, all my accolades. I've delivered over 5,000 babies. I've done over 3,000 surgeries. I graduated top of every class, high school, med school, chief resident twice. My first job, I was working for a nonprofit hospital that had a $12 billion budget at that time. I was managing 10 offices. 10 offices. Can you say 10? 10 offices. It was just super, super, super crazy. But after a 36-hour shift, I fell asleep driving home. And that was the moment where I said, I have to wake up and change literally and figuratively what I had to do for my life and change my trajectory. So doctors were already coming to me, asking me how to speak for pay, how to write books, how to get on television, how to build a business, because I was already doing that, and it was very easy for me. So when that accident happened to me, and I felt like my life could have been taken away in the moment, I decided to walk into my purpose, because that's what God wanted me to do.
Amen.
I was the kind of doctor that would drive to the hospital and get like instant palpitation and like anxiety about actually walking in and working, right? And a lot of doctors go through that, and they don't have an outlet. They don't have an outlet to really explore their purpose while they're really here on this earth.
Yeah.
So I started a company called Medical Moguls, and I have coached tons of doctors how to build a business outside the hospital, just like me, so they can have that time freedom that they truly deserve.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome story, Dr. Dre. I know that people say they're hearing an echo. Okay, so let's see.
You're hearing an echo. Let me see if I can take my headphones out.
Okay.
Can you hear me now? Is that better?
Yes. Yes. Let us know in the comment section if that's better for you all. Let us know. All right.
Let me hide my headphones.
Yes. Wow.
We'll make it.
Yes. I hear echo now. So, Dr. Dre, this is what we're going to do. Ask you a question. Yeah.
This must
Okay, how about now, everybody? How's now? Uh-oh. Dr. Dre, go ahead and put your headphones back in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just ask you questions and then just tune out. See if it can understand your words. I'm going to see if I can do something different.
Hello?
Okay.
Yeah.
How about now? Can you all, how is that okay, not any better. Can it? So what we're gonna have to do, because see, this is the thing. This is my business coach, Dr. Dre, taught me that we are always in imperfect action. And so if this doesn't work, I'm gonna ask Dr. Dre to go ahead and just go on your cell phone, Dr. Dre, and we'll just do that. Yeah, go ahead and go on your cell phone, and we'll go from there. And everything I've learned, you all, while Dr. Dre transitioned, I learned in perfect action from him, because I'm a perfectionist. And it took me, and I'm a perfectionist in progress. I still practice on this. And Dr. Dre, actually, I want to tell you a little bit about how I became a part of Dr. Dre's medical mogul class. Is he called me before he started Momentum in Medicine, which is one of the events that he actually throws every year. He has an academy where doctors actually turn their purpose into profit and freedom. I know he has a different line there, but those are the words that stuck out to me, because as he stated, you know, it's difficult and challenging sometimes to become a physician, work all these years, become a physician, and all of a sudden you're just working countless hours, and there's less time with family. You're not able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And things like how Dr. Dre explains, you get into situations where they can be life-threatening. And so I am so happy that I became a part of his medical mogul class, because in that medical mogul class, I found my true purpose and my freedom as well. So, Dr. Dre, we're going to see how this works here. And I'm going to ask you to just turn it longitudinal wise, Dr. Dre, so we can see all your accolades behind you.
Let me see. Let me change mine. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
And yeah. All right.
We're doing.
Kim Jones says, "Great pivot on your part, Dr. Dre." Yes. Oh, come on now. We know how to pivot.
We know
how to make it work.
There we go.
All right. Dr. Trisell says, "Imperfect action."
Gotta make it work.
Gotta make it work. So, Dr. Dre, let's go ahead and get on into this conversation. I have been waiting to talk about sex. And again, you know, I don't understand why it's taboo, but listen, we are going to go ahead and dismiss that. You know, that's a myth. Sex is a beautiful thing when it's filled with respect, integrity, when you're in love with someone, right? And so we have to enjoy it.
Even when you're not in love.
Yeah, even when you're not in love. That's right.
You don't have to be in love to have sex.
Yes. That's true. That's a very good point. So, Dr. Dre, I'm just gonna start with some basic questions. I'm gonna start with questions that people are afraid to ask. How about that? Can we do that? Okay. And then we'll go ahead and take some questions, if there are questions in the room, for Dr. Dre as well. Okay. So, Dr. Dre, I want to start with just a basic question about how we are to clean our vagina and our penis. So, can we start with the vagina first?
So first of all, don't listen to your grandma and Dush. You know the black folks. It's crazy. Don't do that. So nothing should go into the vagina. It's self-cleaning organ. So no dushing, feminine powders, perfume, no scented white, nothing. Even when you're shaving your vulva hair, pubes have purpose. You have to leave some pubic hair there. So bacteria doesn't get into the vagina. Mm-hmm. So don't do anything, ladies, to your vagina, which is inside, or the outside. Just trim, but don't take all the hair off. Bald is bad. So someone do this check for me. Bald is bad. Pubes have purpose. Okay? Bald is bad. Pubes have purpose.
Okay.
So with the fellas, they need to use antibacterial soap and water.
Okay.
You need to scrub it. The men with a lot of pubic hair, they can trim the pubic hair because sometimes that can keep like dampness. As they go throughout the day. And then fellas, also change your bath towel. So a lot of men will have a towel for the whole week, which is bad, right? Or they'll put the towel on the floor and they put their feet on it, and that bacteria on the feet or yeast on the feet can be put on the body. So you got to watch for those fellas, Dr. Don. They're using a towel once a week. They are not for you. No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
And then if you're in a hurry, fellas, what you could do is use like a blow dryer to dry your parts if you're in a hurry. But you can't put like something moist in underwear because you're gonna get overgrowth.
Okay.
Bad.
Okay. All right. Dr. Dre, do we have headphones on? There's still an echo.
Ooh, I don't have headphones. You want me to have headphones?
Yeah, let's go ahead and put those on. Let's see if that works. Okay. See, that's when you know this is a topic that has to be discussed. That's when you know.
Okay. Let me turn this.
Okay. So ladies, remember that bald is bad and pubes have purpose, no douching. And it's interesting because you're right. I mean, I remember all the commercials that they talked about, Summer's Eve, all these commercials that they showed when I was younger in teenage years. Those were the things that were discussed. Those were the things that were promoted in order to clean your genital area for the ladies. And so, no, because Dr. Dre just stated that increases the risk of developing bacteria in the area. The vagina itself is self-cleaning. It's self-cleaning. And so and also he said not to, it's ball. The ball is bad, right? So that means no shaving in that area because yes, as we know that when you shave, and especially if it's not a clean razor and it's just actually the friction that's causing, it invites bacteria in that area as well. And then for men, he said, no towel. Make sure hair dryer, air dry. Again, what we're doing in those areas are very tender. Okay, we definitely don't want to create any type of bacterial infection, any irritation in that area. It could actually be a bad thing. So those are the things that, he pointed out and definitely, take advantage of. So y'all get your notes out. We're really about to go into details on this. We are not going to allow the devil to interfere with this broadcast. We are going to go into details about this because again, we don't talk about this openly. And I think this is very important and you're getting it from the expert himself. And so make sure that, you take out your notes. Let me know who's in the virtual space. I see Dr. Tracy. Thanks so much for joining. Dr. Brandy, thanks so much for coming in. Hi, Dr. Bobby. You are one of the medical moguls of the class of 2021 and you're in Detroit. All right. I'm home in Flint, Michigan, Grand Blanc, Michigan this weekend. So Dr. Barbara, appreciate Dr. Bobby. Thanks for joining. Hi, Dr. Jared, one of my besties. Thanks so much for coming into the virtual space. Appreciate you, girlfriend. Hey, Dr. Cree, what's going on? I appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for joining. And let me know where you all from. Let me know who you're from. Dr. Andrea's on the scene tonight. Thanks so much, Dr. Andrea, for coming on. Dr. Sylvia, happy belated birthday, my girlfriend. Thanks so much for coming into the virtual space. I see you, Dr. Andrea, Dr. Stephanie. Thanks so much for coming. Hey, Ashanti, appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for coming on. Sora, Andrea, thanks so much for, again, coming on. And make sure you all share this. Share this with everyone you know. We want them to know that you are here in the virtual space. We want to see your presence. DM Jones, thanks so much, brother, for coming on in. Appreciate you joining us this evening. Thank you again. And Dr. Centrell is here. Thanks so much, Dr. Of course, Dr. Centrell, in perfect action is key. Perfect action is key. So is pivoting, Barbara. Dr. Barbara, so is pivoting. So we appreciate you coming on in here. Hey, Dr. Latashia Iring, thank you so much. And from Houston, Texas. I appreciate you coming into the virtual space tonight. Appreciate you. Hello, Dr. Celeste. Thanks so much for coming on in. Thank you so much. All right. So let's try this.
Okay,
how we feeling?
I'm back.
All right.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes. Oh, yes. Awesome. Let us know, you all. Let us know. Can you hear Dr. Dre? Dr. Dre, sing us a song. Sing us something.
Again.
I told him to sing us a song. Okay, AKA Dr. Barbara. Dr. Barbara's representing her and Ashanti Frank are representing the AKAs this evening. See you. Hey, Dr. Tracy. Thank you. Yes. Okay, Dr. Andre says it's better, Dr. Dre. So we're good there. And again, class of 2021,
let's see what we can do.
All right, let's see that.
It's all good. We'll make it work.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
We always do.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I do. I hear you very well. Awesome. Can you hear me okay?
Let me see.
Okay.
Hello?
Yep. I hear you well. Can you hear? Dr. Barbara says still an echo.
It's always something. Let me get back on my. It's all good.
It is. Oh, come on now.
Let me get back on my laptop. Let's see what we can do on that laptop.
Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. I see you, Ashanti. I see you. Ski you. Yes, all that sisterly love. That's right.
It must be good, right? It must be really good.
Okay, Dr. Andrea said.
Nobody wants to hear about it, right?
I know. Come on now. You already know. Hi, Sora Madeline.
We'll get it together. Don't worry.
Yes, we are. We have an increasing number of people joining us. So, people are staying around because they want to know, Dr. Dre.
I'm going to go back on my laptop.
Okay, no problem. We'll see you in a bit here. No problem.
Hello?
Yep. All right.
Okay, we're.
Yep. So let's see. Are you all still able to hear Dr. Dre? Dr. Dre gonna hum us a tune. See if we can hear him.
Okay. I had to go back on my laptop. We'll make it work. Sorry for the echo.
Yeah. We're gonna make it work.
We'll make it work.
So Dr. Dre, thank you so much for just starting that off with the proper way to clean our genital areas, because I think that is so important, because what's been promoted in the media, what's been taught in our families is actually incorrect. And, with time, of course, we understand, that's how medicine's always evolving. So we understand how that can actually create, or introduce bacteria infection, irritation, all those things. So that's important. Now, I guess my next question, if you don't have anything to add to that, is what part of the female anatomy or male anatomy do men and women must know? What are the parts that we must know about?
That is a really good question. So I would say the female anatomy, the most important organ to know is the clitoris. You know about the clitoris, right? You got to know about the clitoris. It's an amazing organ. It has about 8,000 nerves. The penis only has 4,000. So there's a lot of sensation in that clitoris, fellas or ladies, however you get down. Pay attention to that clitoris, of course. And it's just like a penis. It gets hard, just like a penis, right? So if a woman is aroused, you'll see it like come out of that hood and pop out. So if you don't, fellas or ladies, if you don't see that clitoris get really, really hard and erect, you're doing something wrong. You're not doing the right thing. So that the clitoris with the women. For the men, it's all about the G-spot. So males actually have a G-spot, ladies. So the G-spot for males is called the prostate. You know about the prostate, right? So it's inside the bum, inside the butt, like about 2 inches, you can say, inside the butt towards the head. But the best way to touch the prostate, because a lot of men are like, you're not going to put my finger in your finger in my butt, right? I get it. So some men are like, no. If they do allow you, make sure I'm all about safe sex, so make sure you still wear some type of gloves, like latex gloves, and make sure your fingernails are cut, right? So you don't want anything like snagging those gloves. But if they don't let you do it, what you want to do is really massage the area in between, like where the scrotum ends to the anus, that little area right there, and press really hard when he's about to ejaculate.
he's gonna love it every single time. Sound is great now.
Yes. I thought I muted myself, so that was probably on me the whole time. So I apologize, everybody. Yes, but so thanks so much. So what is the parts to hit when you're having sex, Dr. Dre? What is the part to focus on?
Men or women?
The areas to hit.
Men or women?
For women. Let's start with women. God.
Women below the belt, they have, I call it the ABC, the alphabet soup, okay? So there's a spot just above the cervix called the anterior fornix. It's like just above the cervix. That's a really erogenous zone as you like go deep inside the vagina. That's why a lot of women like missionary style sex, and they like for you to dress really deep inside the vagina because you're hitting that erogenous zone. That's called the A zone. So the G spot, everyone knows the Grafenberg spot, which is about 2 inches inside the vagina, all the way at the top. It feels like a little rough area. So the best way to touch that spot is to get on top, reverse cowgirl, if the penis is curved. So that's the G spot. And then there's something called the U spot, which is around the urethra where you urinate out of. And that's where squirting occurs from, right? So the ladies love that. Let's talk about squirting, actually. I'm glad I brought that up. So only 10% of women can squirt. So fellas, if your lady isn't squirting, or ladies, if your girl isn't squirting, it doesn't mean that she's not having orgasms. Only 10% of women can do that. Dr. Don's like, okay.
So you say only so only 10%. So how do they get these stats, Dr. Dre? Only 10% of women. So this is not a talent that you can develop and practice. This is just something that people find out, I guess, and trying, or.
Yeah, it's not a talent. So you see it a lot in porn, like adult films. You see people like women squirt and all that stuff. A lot of times they're just urinating. They have really strong bladders.
Okay. All right. I'm learning tonight. Okay. So what do you think? What do you think about squirting? I mean, what is the whole phenomenon behind that?
You know, I have a lot of my male friends ask me about it, and they're just like, oh, I want my girl to squirt. I want my girl to squirt. I mean, it really is. It's only a small number of women that can do it. You know, so that's the first thing. And just because she doesn't squirt does not mean that she's not having an orgasm. Just ask her how she feels. Yeah, just ask her how she feels. And as you know, fellas that are listening, really to get to a woman's heart, well, vagina is do this. Everything is cerebral. Everything starts in the head. So if you just take your clothes off and you're like, let's just have sex, that's not going to work for a woman, right? So they are just programmed very differently. So it's all about feelings, intimacy. So you have to do things, especially the married ones. You're going to have to take the kids, set them up for their Zoom school, comb their hair so the kids, the teacher knows that they're taken care of, you know, get their lunch together, send her flowers for lunch. You're going to have to foreplay last all day. You have to do this all day in order to have your lady have that orgasm that you want her to have at night. It's an all day thing. Men are, you could just walk by them, their penis gets hard, right? It's so different. So with women, fellas or ladies, however you get down, just know this: in order to get anything below the belt working for a woman, it all starts up here. So no fighting. Don't do that. Bad.
No fighting at all.
Fighting makes the like dry.
Right.
No.
Dr. Dre, how you get a wop? Keeping it wet. How do you? That's what I just want to know, Dr. Dre. Listen, I'm asking questions that people need to be asking. Dr. Dre, let me tell you, some of my friends sent me some questions to ask you. Again, this is taboo. People are not talking about it. We need to talk about this. People need to know. They need to have, sex needs to be a beautiful thing between two people, right? So,
or three.
How you get a wop?
Or three, four, whatever you want to do.
Or three, four, whatever.
Exactly. Yes. So, how do we keep it wet? Like,
how do you get a wop? I love Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion for that. So it's all about really the foreplay. It's all about the foreplay. Diet is important too. You need to eat healthy. You need to drink a lot of water. You're gonna need some water, ladies. Okay, drink some water. Lots of foreplay with your babe, and then of course you can keep it wet with momentum. Of course. So I have a lubricant line I love. I have silicone-based lube and water-based lube, Momentum, and it will definitely keep it wet for a long time.
Ooh. What in your lubricant helps keep it wet, Dr. Dre? I mean, you are the first physician in United States to have a lubricant and condom line. First of all, congratulations on that. That's amazing. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, show them your products, Dr. Dre. What you got over there? This is a great time to.
We have silicone-based lube and water-based lube. Thank you. Okay, so it's really about my secret. Well, I can't really tell you my secret ingredient, but I will tell you this. I have, I'm a chemistry major from undergrad, so that's my secret sauce. So I know what to put in what to keep it lasting longer. And I've studied lubes for years. So in both of my formulations, I have one ingredient that I have found to make it last, the lube lasts a lot longer. So that's my trick there. Thank you, Xavier University, for that bachelor's degree in chemistry, helping me out years later. You know, when you go to medical school, you're like, oh, I'm not going to use my chemistry degree. I'm not going to use my biology degree. No, it's helped me. We have a lube line, okay? We have a lube line over here with an ingredient that I've learned when I was an undergrad that can make it last longer. Yeah.
Awesome. Dr. Dre, we on here loving you. 𝕃𝕀𝕍𝔼, Dr. Sylvia, Dr. Ashanti Frank, Randall on here. So thank you all so much for supporting our medical mogul of our lifetime here, Dr. Dre. Yes. So Dr. Dre, okay, let me see. What's another question? Oh, yes. How do you deal with a vagina that's too tight?
Basically, tight vaginas are common, okay? So it's all about stretching them out some kind of way. So we can actually prescribe you something called Frank's dilators. There's these little dilators that you can put in the vagina, or you can use some, these aren't Frank's dilators, but they're just like mini dildos you can use too. So like different sizes. So see, these are different sizes that you can have, right? Of dildos that you can put inside the vagina to stretch it. But the real trick is you have to learn why something is tight. Is it because you're not having sex? Is it because you think sex is painful? Is it because you're married to anaconda and it freaks you out? Like, you have to figure out why it is. So for postmenopausal women that are a little bit more mature, we can use something called estrogen in the vagina to kind of make it moist again. So it just depends on really why it's tight, right? But I would say you definitely want to use something to stretch it out. So I would say dilators is what we would prescribe, like an OBGYN would prescribe. But you could just go to your nearest like adult store and get different size dildos actually, and you can just insert them over time to make your vagina bigger.
And then for women, and commonly, I mean, especially if women have, multiple children, right? How are women with multiple children able to deal with loose vaginas, and they want to, strengthen them, make them tighter? Is there a way to do that?
We have lasers that could do that, but you know what? You can just start with Kegels. So Kegels is, just like the gym for the vagina. So you just kind of hold your pelvic muscles in and relax them. I would say hold them in for 10 seconds or relax them for 10 seconds. Doing Kegels every hour actually strengthen the vagina. And then something else you could do is, have you ever heard of those Benwood balls? Those little balls? Benwood balls. So Benwood balls, BENWA balls. I don't think I have any here, but Benwood balls you can put in the vagina of different strengths. And that actually, and Kegel at the same time, and that actually makes the vagina really, really strong. Cardi B said that in WAP. She was like, I can Kegel when I'm riding, right? So that's what she's talking about. Really like flexing, literally flexing those vagina muscles to make everything stronger. Benwood balls, yeah. So I have a crazy story about Benwood balls. Actually, this is the second time I've seen this happen here in the A. So I was at a department store. And, I know people here. So this girl, she was like, oh my God, Dr. Dre, how are you? And these balls fell out of her dress onto the floor, right? So I know what they are, but no one else knows what they are. So these people were trying to help her pick up these balls. And I'm like, no.
Don't help her. She got to pick them up herself.
We don't save her. No. No, I was just like, oh, hey, how are you? Right. So ladies, if you have a Benway balls in your vagina, make sure you wear underwear. So wear underwear, no commando, please.
Please,
Really,
ladies.
I was like, oh, okay. Should I help? I said, no, we're not going to save her. No, I'm not going to help. No.
Can't say that. Not at all. Dr. Dre, you are hilarious. Dr. Dre, so do you often, okay, how do women accommodate a large penis if it's too big? Is there, yeah, like, no, I'm asking for everyone.
So really, it's really about lubrication. It's about relaxation. So definitely use lube like Momentum. So go to feelthemoment.com, check us out, feelthemoment.com to check us out over there. So it's all about lubrication and it's all about relaxation. So it's not just about putting the lube inside of the vagina. You also need to put it on the shaft of the penis as well. So put it on the shaft of the penis. Oh, you can use labor. So you can use a code called labor. Discount code for 25% off. 25% off for my peeps.
Okay, Dr. Sylvia, can you go ahead and put that in the comment section, please? Or Shanti Frank, discount code you said labor?
Labor, yeah.
All right, 25% off. Feelthemoment.com is on the screen. Dr. Dre's Momentum line. Y'all, go ahead and get your products tonight. Discount code 25% of labor. Thank you so much, Dr. Dre, for gracing the virtual audience with your labor of love. Thank you. I love you too.
So it's really about literally. I hear this all. So women always ask me, first of all, let's talk about what a big penis is, what an anaconda or whatever you think that name is. We don't really have a definition of how big it is supposed to be, but for a micro penis is less than like 3 inches. Micro penis, we have a definition for that, but we don't have a definition for a big penis. So I would say, that your husband or your boo or your bae has a big penis if he sits on the toilet doing number 2 and then the head hits the water. That means he's literally hunk, right? So
that's an interesting way to gauge it, Dr. Dre.
Those are the boys you definitely want to be careful with, because if you do have sex with a larger penis and the vagina isn't lubricated, then actually you can have some bleeding inside the vagina and they can damage the vagina. So a lot of times I have in the ER getting calls from the emergency room, and I have to take women to do emergency surgery and close up their vagina that have holes in it from having, sex with men with big penises. So you have to be careful, ladies. Make sure you use lubrication.
Wow. That's something. Yeah.
I know, right? People are like, some people want that, and I'm like, girl, you have to be careful. You have to be careful. And not just people that are having vaginal sex. If you're having anal sex as well, you definitely need to be careful with something like that, right? So you have to be careful. Definitely use a lot of lube.
Is it really the motion in the ocean, Dr. Dre? Is that what it's all about?
It's not about.
Is that what it's all about? The motion in the ocean.
Having something there, liquid there, to kind of keep it going. Have you ever stirred macaroni and cheese? That's the sound that you should hear when everything's right. Think of that sound of stirring macaroni during Thanksgiving. That's the sound that you need to have if we know everything is right, okay? Just remember.
Listen, Dr. Dre, I don't know if you know this. I'm broadcasting this from 3 of my platforms. So Dr. Zarina, shout out to Dr. Zarina who's on YouTube. She says, "Ooh, I didn't know that either." I'm loving the analogies, the sensory visuals that you're giving us to let us know when it's right. So thank you. Shout out for that, because it's hard to gauge when it's right, when it's not right. What are you doing? And I have a question too, Dr. Dre, because I've read about this too, is that sometimes when the penis is too large for the vagina, and I'm talking about in size, so not necessarily has anything to do with the wetness of the vagina, but people's cervix can also be impacted. Is that true? Or sometimes their ovaries can be affected?
So I would say it's all about the curve. So have you heard of the song Captain Hook, right? So sometimes Captain Hooks are not good for you because Captain Hook can actually hit your ovaries and cause pain. Yeah, so if they're going to the side this way or that way, they're actually hitting the ovaries if they're deep thrusting in the vagina, and that can cause you pain. So Captain Hook is not always good. Now, Captain Hook up at the top of the vagina near the G spot, that's great. So I'll definitely recommend you to do that. But yeah, men with longer penises can hit the cervix, and hitting the cervix during sex can cause some pain. And it can also, if you're having sex without condoms, it can, which you should not have. Okay, we have condom and lube. We have condoms as well as lube because y'all need to be having safe sex, right? But if you have unprotected sex and a penis, the gland, like the head of the penis, touches a cervix, then you can get something on the cervix called HPV, human papillomavirus. And over time, if you have a certain strain of it, it can increase your risk for cervical cancer. So you always want to cover up the head of the penis. Cover it up, cover it up, cover it up.
Dr. Dre, so you also have a condom that that's a part of Momentum Intimacy. Can you tell us about your product?
So my condoms are sex condoms. They're super thin and they feel really good. So the trick is I recommend only latex condoms, because latex condoms, I can say that will 100% prevent STIs from occurring. So a lot of people are like, Dr. Dre, why don't you have lambskins? Why don't you have, because they can break and they don't protect you against, STI. So I'm a doctor. We got to do it right. Latex only. Okay, latex only. And then my condoms can be used with both lubes, water-based lube or silicone lube. Both of them.
Is there a second option for those who are allergic to latex, Dr. Dre?
I don't have to go somewhere else. But just remember, Dr. Don, it can break. The condom can break, and you may not be protected from STIs. So that's a risk.
No, that's a good point to make and point out. No, thank you so much for that. So how can a guy, so this is a guy question, Dr. Dre.
Okay, let me hear it.
How can a guy make his penis stronger?
Stronger. Okay. So men can do something called Kegel as well. I call it actually penis Pilates. Have you ever been to a strip club and you see the men with their penises and they do like this? Their penises can go up and down like that, right? So that means they have a really good solid core. So you usually have a good core there to make them the muscles to make their penis jump. But it's really about Pilates. So penis Pilates. So Kegels. So the way that men will do Kegels is he will pee and midstream stop and wait and then pee again. Okay. So you're peeing, stop the stream, and then pee again. And that actually makes your penis stronger. You're like, what? I know.
Men. I know the men. I saw some men come on. I saw some men in the room. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yes. I know the tricks. I know about it.
And you're giving them all on the live, Dr. Dawn, for free, y'all. This is some great information to know. Wow. So, Dr. Dre, how can they make their sets last longer? Is there a way to do that for men? For men? And then we'll go to women.
So, okay. Have you ever heard of edging? Edging? Dr. Dawn's like, yeah, I do it. Okay, so edging is how when you almost get to an orgasm, you stop. Okay? Stop. Go to opposite sides of the room, opposite sides of the bed, or wherever you are in the car, wherever you are, and then you start over again. So edging is a way that you can prevent you from having an orgasm. So when you do have it, it's like the strongest, and it'll help you last longer. Another thing you could do is just get a penis ring. Have you seen a penis ring before? Those little penis rings. So, girl, have you been to a strip club?
No.
I need to take you with me. So for market research, obviously, because I have lube and condoms. So we do a lot of market research. So we'll definitely go. So we'll go to the strip club and hang out. But generally, a lot of times, a lot of the strippers will put these like rings around the penis and the scrotum, like in the scrotum. And that actually prevents them from going like soft. So it makes them like semi-erect. So you can use that if you're dancing. But if you're just performing in the bedroom with your loved one or someone that you just want to get your freak on with, you could put the penis ring on to keep the penis erect longer. Y'all need to learn about that. Y'all need to get into the edging. Y'all need to get into the edging.
Yeah, I mean, I heard about it. I just didn't know how it affects and helps, produce some things in the bedroom. So that's good to know. Thanks, Dr. Dre. You teach it. You teaching tonight. You always teach, Dr. Dre. Whenever we talk, I always learn something new. Always learn something new. How about for the ladies, Dr. Dre? What can they do to increase sets longer for them?
So it's really all about the partner. It's all about the partner. So if they're really, really, really attracted to the partner, they have to do the same thing. When you're about to orgasm, ladies, step away. Be like, pull out. No. All that. Have a safe word that you say to get them away from you, right? So if you do that, the orgasms will build up and it will be the best orgasm of your life.
Wow. I love it. So Dr. Dre, do you feel that people should self-pleasure themselves? Because I hear two theories about this. When they when they actually have sex, it may actually take away from that because they know what they like, how they like. And so if their partner's not doing it, then it's not necessarily fulfilling. Or let me hear your take on this.
That's because people haven't met the right partner. You haven't met the right partner. Yes, you need to self-pleasure, okay? Masturbation is okay. It's fine. That's normal. Yes, you need self-pleasure because if you can't pleasure yourself and make yourself orgasm, I'm gonna do this. How the hell are you gonna teach somebody else to do that for you? Okay? So you definitely need to masturbate every single day. I recommend it. Men and women, both of you masturbate. Masturbation is very helpful. Makes you have beautiful skin, makes you happy, help you with depression, anxiety. All kinds of things can happen when you have orgasms every single day. So you definitely want to masturbate so you can know what makes you, erupt.
And communicate that to your partner, right? You cannot go into a relationship or a sex relationship expecting that your partner's going to automatically know where your spot is, how to do that, what you like, if it's part of foreplay. Like, you have to communicate these things to your partner. So do you feel that people should have these open discussions about sex?
Absolutely. You should. I actually recommend mutual masturbation. So if you're in a relationship, you have a girlfriend, you have a boyfriend, I really recommend for you to do masturbation together so you can see what actually helps each one of you have the best orgasm of your life. So if you want to masturbate, obviously, man, you need to use a lubricant when you masturbate. Vaseline and all that silly stuff. I've heard people do Vaseline. I've heard this one guy tell me he uses grease. I was like, what?
I don't know where that concept come from. I've seen that in movies, like where they have Vaseline or petroleum jelly is what they call it. Yeah.
Lotion. It's not made down there. So we have different ingredients for the skin because your genital area is very sensitive. So you can't just use lotion on your penis or lotion on your vulva, right? You have to have something that's like FDA approved down there.
So show your lubricant again, Dr. Dre, because we can't have everybody going by that lotion again or that petroleum jelly. Okay. Dr. Dre has his own lubricant. He has his own condoms. You can get them at feelthemoment.com. That is the website to his new product line, Momentum Intimacy.
Oh, I just show you this. Yes. I just have it.
Oh,
okay. I love them. They're cute. Aren't they cute? They're super cute.
You can use that in the bedroom too, y'all. You can use it in the bedroom, right?
That's why I got them. So we have these white boys. Or the girls like blue. It's all good. Blue one. Super, super cute. Super, super
cute. What a way to pivot. The pivoter himself.
And we have some blindfolds too, as you know. Did you have a blindfold? I need to send you a box so you can get a blindfold.
Yeah, I want a box. An entire whole box.
So you get these and some handcuffs. You get some handcuffs. You can put them on your wrist or your ankles, just however you like. Everybody likes them different. So you can put them on your ankles, have them there. These are all the things that are in my Momentum box. So I'm opening my Momentum box for you. So you get lubricant, water-based, silicone-based lube, water-based, silicone-based lube. You get condoms, 10-pack of condoms here. So, it's all about safe sex. You got to use condoms every single time. You get some handcuffs because I like fresh stuff. So you can put them on your ankles, or your wrists, whatever you want, however you like to get down. And we have these cute little blindfolds for you. And then we have, of course, I'm giving everyone masks now. So if you buy a Momentum box tonight, I'm gonna hook you up with these masks because they're so cute. They just came out. I'm like, I love these. I was sporting them at Target today.
Those are fire. I love that. So listen, that is a beautiful gift to give out.
I didn't mean to say. Yeah, sponsor. You can't be saying.
It's all good. So Dr. Dre, listen, thank you so much for coming on.
It was fun.
Thank you so much for coming on. It went by so fast, and I respect your time because Dr. Dre, you're board certified in 25 states. You have, how many people do you currently have in your class, your medical moguls class right now?
Oh my gosh, we have 28 in the academy, 38 in the mastermind, and then 17 in prestige. So we have like 75-ish students. We have 75 students a year. That's all.
Do y'all see why this is my business mentor and coach? Like, you just said like 75 people that I talk to once, more than once a week, that I communicate.
Oh, good.
Can you give us just an idea what your week's like, Dr. Dre? For a person that is board certified in 25 states, he has an academy of 75 doctors that he currently, more than that, but currently engages with. And you are a doctor to celebrities. You have celebrity patients that you actually, maintain. There's so many things that you do. How do you do it all?
You have to have a team. So, as you know, I have a lot of people behind me. I'm just the face, right? But I have a big team. So one of the biggest things is managing your schedule. You got to have a schedule and have I would project management, having a software management, what airplane, where you're going, that kind of thing. But having a project management as well as your schedule, I can tell you. But I get up at 4 a.m. every day. So the first thing I do is meditate. So I meditate in the morning. So I do that for about 30 minutes. And then I write something called affirmations. So affirmations are positive things that I say about myself. I will be an 8-figure earner. I will be in over 1 million homes. My lube will be over 1 million homes in 2021, right? So I say positive things to myself. And then I go to the gym. I have like this little mirror. I have this mirror thing that I order. It's like virtual trainer. So I do my mirror thing. Then I'll eat something. Then I read the paper. I'm old school, so I like to read the paper. I like to sit down and read the paper. Then I have my staff meetings, and I talk to my mom. I talk to my mom every morning. So I have my staff meetings, talk to my mom, and actually I have strategy for myself. So I like strategize what I need to do for the day alone. And then sometimes my business coaches will call me at that time to coach me on what I need to do for the day or the month or the quarter. And then I talk to my team. So I talk to my team in the morning, and then I see patients in the mornings, well, like telemedicine, seeing patients. So we do that in the morning. Then in the afternoon, I kind of relax a little bit, and then I pick it up again. I take a little break for about 2 hours, and I pick it up again. Then I coach, and I have fun at night. And yeah, so that's what I do every day. I love it.
I love you. I love you. I love you, Dr. Dre. Thank you so much. Thank you for just basically being a part of Blacknificent. Blacknificent is something that is a gift, is something that, you actually, like you said it, you speak what you want, and you have people around you that are positive influencers that are going to assist you in getting what you want. And I think that we can have it all. I do. I think we can have it all. It's just having a routine, having a schedule, like you're saying, being positive about, how you're going about it. And if that's your goal, in helping the world, and that's what you're doing. You're helping so many people's lives. You've definitely helped mine. And I really do appreciate you. I love you, my friend. Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. This has been the time. I love pivoting. The computer work. We don't my computer. we have to make it work. I love it. Thank you, Dr. Dawn. I respect you. I can't wait to see what's in your future. I can't wait to see. I know what it is, but I'm gonna let her tell y'all. I'm so excited. Make sure you're watching Dr. Dawn's every step. Every time she has a show, make sure y'all are here so you can see, so you can be a part of what she has next. I'll keep it a secret. I won't say anything.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Dre. Thank you. And everybody, thank you so much. Xavier University of Louisiana alumni, thanks so much for coming on. Momentum and Medicine Academy, thank you so much. Medical Mogul Academy, thank you for being here. SOARS, aka Sisters, thank you so much. I saw Kappa Alpha Psi in the room, in the building. All the Pan Hills representing, even on the replay, y'all. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks for supporting my friend, Dr. Draion Burch, the real Dr. Dre, okay?
Exactly.
Draion Burch in the virtual space. And you all don't forget, go ahead and go to he's giving you labor of love. The labor is your actual coupon code. He is giving you a percentage off. Go ahead and go to feelthemoment.com. feelthemoment.com. Again, Dr. Draion Burch is the first United States physician that has a FDA approved lubricant and condom line. So that is something that we definitely want to celebrate. All right. We definitely want to celebrate you. So thank you again, Dr. Dre. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And until next time, make sure you share this broadcast with everyone that you know. Replayers, thank you so much for joining. We all will see you later. Bye. Bye.
I got no rules, I count 'em.
Hi, I'm Dr. Celeste, your board-certified family medicine physician specializing in urgent care. We are doing drive-through rapid antibody testing for COVID-19 with follow-up PCR testing when needed. We're doing this at the office of Dr. Corey Hartman, Skin Wellness Centers of Alabama, 1920 Huntington Road, 35209. We're doing this Monday, Thursdays, and Fridays from 8 until 12. It's $125 for the assessment as well as the test with Dr. Celeste. Contact us for an appointment at drcelestec19.com. Thank you.